Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today I'm doing a this or that romance reader book tag. So I got this tag from Caitlin at the Love Librarian. I just subscribed to her like 2 weeks ago and I've been binging her content ever since. She puts out great recommendations and she has really great energy. So if you haven't subscribed to her, I'll put her channel down below and you can go check her out. So this is a tag all about your preferences as a romance reader. Side note, it is so gloomy out right now. It's been like thunderstorming all day. So the lighting might be a little bit weird. And I also have a cold. So we're just gonna work with what we got. My dogs are also being crazy as always. So sorry if you hear them. All right, we'll get right into the questions. So the first question is a cliffhanger or an HEA? An HEA is happily ever after. Told you. So for this, I like an HEA for my romance books. Definitely not a cliffhanger. I don't really like romance series that follow one couple unless it's like a fantasy romance, I guess. But for fantasy books, I don't mind a cliffhanger. But if we're talking about a romance book, I want a happily ever after. I want to know that everything is completed at the end of the book, and I usually don't want to pick up a second book, especially if it's about the same couple. So definitely happy ever after. The second question is hardcover or paperback. I mostly read on my Kindle, and I try not to collect books. I actually just unhauled probably over 100 books because I just don't read physical books anymore, and those were all books that were really old. But if I am going to buy a book, I love hardcovers. I love the way they look. I have some series on my shelves that are like my favorites that I'm going to keep. And I like the way hardcover looks. I don't mind paperbacks. I do have paperbacks too. I think paperbacks are a little bit easier to read, but I just really love the way a hardcover looks. The next question is angsty or cutesy? And I'm definitely an angsty kind of girl. Like, I want all the drama. I want all the angst. I want all the tension. Cutesy romances almost never work for me. I'm definitely someone who likes a good angst. The next question is an emotional book or a rom-com, and I feel like it goes with the angst, needs some emotion. I don't mind books that can be funny. I think those work too, but like traditional rom-coms aren't really my thing. I have enjoyed a few here and there, but I definitely give me all the emotions. A book talk or bookstagram. So for this, I use Book Talk a lot for book recommendations, and I like watching Book Talk. But when it comes to posting my own content, I'm Bookstagram all the way. I don't even know how to use Book Talk when it comes to like posting a video. I have no clue, and it seems complicated, and I'd like to just stick to my easy peasy Instagram. So for my own content, Bookstagram, but I do enjoy watching Book Talk. People or items or objects on a cover. And I would say objects for sure. I don't love covers with people on them, but I would say I've been loving the discreet covers that have been coming out from authors recently, and a lot of them don't even have anything on the cover. It's just like a design, and I'd say that's my preference for sure. I love the way those look. Releases or backlist. And for me, this doesn't really matter. I do like to read new releases, especially if people are talking about them a lot. I want to be like in the know, but when it comes to, what I'm reading, I don't really care. I feel like I read a good mix of both, and it doesn't really matter to me. The next question is TBR or free-for-all. I am a mood reader 100%, so I have books that like I know I want to get to, but I don't ever have a set TBR, and I always am mood reading. If I'm reading a book and I'm in the middle of it and I'm feeling like something else, I'll just pick up something else and go back to that book after. I 100% go with my mood, and I think that's really helped me read more. Next, we have open door or fade to black, and open door all the way. If it's a fade to black, I probably don't want to read it, to be honest. Definitely open door. The next question, audiobooks or physical books. And I prefer reading physically. I feel like I enjoy a story more when I read it physically. I pick up on things better. But I think I read more audiobooks because I'm a busy mom. I have 4 kids. I work full time. So an audiobook is just easy to put in when I'm driving back and forth somewhere, or I'm cleaning the house, or whatever it might be. I feel like I listen to audiobooks a lot more And sometimes I feel like I can miss things easily if I'm listening to an audiobook. Like I just zone out and I'm like, what just happened? And I have to go back. So I definitely prefer reading physically, but I think I read more audiobooks right now. Just that's how my life is in this season. Next question, Kindle or no? Kindle all the way. Like I said, I don't really collect physical books anymore. I don't really read physical books anymore. I mostly read on my Kindle. I used to just read on my phone, on the Kindle app, or on my laptop. You can just type in like read.amazon.com and it will pull up all your Kindle books. And that's how I used to do most of my reading. And then for my birthday, probably, it wasn't last year, it must have been 2 years ago, my husband got me a Kindle, and it must have been a year ago. I honestly have no idea. I think it was a year ago. My husband got me a Kindle and obsessed with it. I do a lot of reading in bed next to my husband, and a book light really bothers him, and the Kindle is like, it's backlit, but it's so dim, and it's like perfect for my eyes. Kindles are great. Definitely Kindle. Matte or glossy cover? Matte all the way. I think everyone loves a matte cover. I don't know anyone really who has answered glossy to this question. Matte covers just look nice. They're pretty, and I like it. Next question, buddy read or fly solo? So I've buddy read with my best friend and my sister before, and I like doing that. I like being able to like talk about the book and stuff. The only problem is I usually read either I'm faster or slower, so like it can be hard to, if you're not on the same spot, to be like talking about it and all the time. But I think buddy reading can be fun. I also don't mind reading solo though. So yeah, I would say buddy reading though. Small town or dark romance? Dark romance all the way. Like I said, I want the emotions, I want the angst, all of it. I do like a small town romance, and they can be angsty too and emotional, but I'd say for the most part, dark romance. I've gotten really into mafia romance lately, so yeah, I'm definitely a dark romance type of girl. My voice right now sounds so nasally to me, so I'm sorry if that's annoying to you. New adult or adult? I would say adult, definitely. Although I don't mind new adult. I think there's a lot of books I've really liked that are new adult. And I think new adult gets a lot of hate, but I don't think it's bad as long as it's done right. And when the characters are in high school, I think that's a little too young for me, and don't necessarily love that. But when it's like college age, I love those. I love the Off-Campus series and Briar Are You. Those are new adult. So yeah, I'm definitely both, but I definitely read more adult romance. Multiple books or one book at once? I'm a multiple book type person. I usually have an audiobook going and an ebook or a physical book of some kind at once, because like I said, I'll listen to an audiobook and then I have whatever book I'm physically reading. So yeah, sometimes I even do 3 books at once. If I'm feeling a little bored in the book I'm currently reading, I'll just start a new one. And yeah, sometimes I do up to 3 or 4 books, but mostly it's 2. Alpha hero or cinnamon roll? In Alpha, I just like a man that's gonna take charge, and I kind of like my heroes to be a little bit of an asshole. Definitely am not a cinnamon roll. I think it goes along with dark romance. Baddie or damsel? And for me, I don't really care either way. As long as it's not like too damsel, then where they're completely helpless and they're annoying, then I typically like it. I kind of like the dynamic of like a damsel-y girl with an alpha. I also like a baddie though, and I like that dynamic too, when they're both really strong-willed and they know what they want and they're both badass. I like that. But when a girl is like, sometimes if it's too baddie, like it can get annoying if they're too much of either way, I think. So I like a good mix. Slow burn or insta love? And slow burn, I'm not an insta love type person. If the hero and the heroine get together too early in a book, like if it's before the 50% mark and they've already hooked up, probably not gonna like the book. I just need the tension to get drawn out. I need a slow burn. One of my favorite books ever is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata, and that book is so slow burn, it's ridiculous. They don't even get together until like the last couple of pages, and that's a big book. The slow burn has to be done right though. So it has to be like the characters are interacting often. Like I don't want too much side plot going on. Like they have to be interacting often. We have to have like little moments here and there, all the time between the characters to really build that tension, or I get bored. So yeah, those are all the questions. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, make sure you check out Caitlin's video and like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching. Bye.